Hi, Terry VanNoy. Welcome to Math Class with Terry V. Hope this video helps you out, and if you enjoy it, please share it, comment, or like it. And you can also go to my website, MathPowerLine.com. It's a math resource blog, lesson videos for students, and other resources for parents and teachers. Give me a call or go to my website or email. All right, let's go to today's lesson. Hi, this is Terry VanNoy in my online classroom, Math Class with Terry V. This is the fourth video of the series, all about finding the equation of a line, these linear equations, and it relates to slope and intercept form and also standard form of an equation. So how do you take information and create the equation of the line? All right, here we go. Find the equation of the line through the point -4, 0 that's perpendicular to another line, 3x minus 4y equals 8. Alright, believe it or not, that's all the information we need to find the equation of this line that we're talking about. Let's go ahead and put the point in, -4, 0. So we go back on the x-axis 4 and we stay on the x-axis, y is 0. Alright, so through that point we have a line that's perpendicular, and obviously by now you should know that's 90 degrees. So we have two lines that are perpendicular to each other in some way, and what we need to remember is that the slope of perpendicular lines are negative reciprocals. Okay, the slopes are negative reciprocals. So what we're going to do is take the equation of this second line, and using some algebra steps we got to figure out the slope of that line, and then from that slope we'll be able to determine the slope of any line perpendicular to it. So let's change the page. Let's take the equation here and convert it into slope-intercept form, which means that we're going to have to subtract 3x from each side. We want the y to be all by itself on the left, and those 3x's are going to cancel each other out, so it leaves me with -4y equals, now these are unlike terms, I can't subtract those, so I'm just going to line them up, but I'm going to put the x term first because that's what slope-intercept usually looks like. Alright, now I'm going to divide both sides by the negative and the 4. Okay, don't forget the negative sign. And those -4's cancel out, leaving me with y equals, now the -4 is divided into both parts here. So think about it. What's -3x divided by -4? Well, the negative signs will cancel each other out. A negative divided by a negative is positive. And so now I have 3/4 x. Okay, that's a positive 3/4. And now 8 divided by -4 is -2. All right? So from this information, I know that positive 3/4 is the slope of this other line. Okay? Now this is the y-intercept of that line, but we don't care about that. All we care about is this slope. Okay? Now we're going to take this slope, 3/4, and we have to figure out what the negative reciprocal of it is, because remember that perpendicular lines have slopes that are negative reciprocals of each other. Now the shortcut is just to flip it and change the sign. Alright, but the definition is two slopes that can multiply to give you a -1. Alright, so to be a little more technical about it, 3/4 times what gives you -1. Okay, and it turns out that the shortcut is -4/3. We're going to flip the fraction over and change signs. Positive slope here means a perpendicular slope would be negative, and we flip the 3 and the 4 around. Alright, so that's pretty important information there. -4/3 is the slope we want. Now, the final step is we know the slope is -4/3, and that's going to be substituted in the place of m there. We need to know the y and the x values here, and we do happen to know a point that's on that line, -4, 0. So y is 0, and x is -4, and substituting those values in leaves me with a way to figure out b. All right, so we would have 0 equals, notice how this would be negative 4 times negative 4. That would be positive 16 thirds. And if I subtract that, I would get negative 16 thirds equals b. Okay, now let's go ahead and change it into a mixed number. So the y-intercept is negative 5 1/3. Now I'm going to go ahead and mark that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1/3. And I'm going to try to place it as accurately as possible right there. But let's go ahead and go from our given point here, which was given in the problem, negative 4, 0. We know the slope is negative 4/3. So from there, let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or sorry, go over to the left 3. 1, 2, 3. And up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's go one more. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And now let's draw our line. You can see our estimate of the y-intercept is pretty close. I was a little bit too low there. But that's what the line would look like. And remember that it has a slope of negative 4/3 and an intercept of negative 5 1/3. So let's go ahead and write that out. And that would be y equals negative 4/3 x minus 5 1/3. Okay, my pen kind of freaked out there for a second. All right, now if I use some algebra rules here, I can manipulate the x and the y and actually come up with standard form. If you'd like, I'll leave that up to you. All right, again, thanks for watching this video, and these are instructional videos for students and parents to check out how I teach. And I am everybody's personal and private math teacher, anywhere, anytime. So give me a call or check out my website. Thanks. Bye. All right, there you have it. I invite you to go to my website now, MathPowerLine.com, or email me or give me a call. The way I work best with students is live online in my classroom. So if I can help you in any way, answer some specific questions, the first lesson with me is free as I show you how everything works. All right, study hard and take care.